I've changed the mana base a little bit. I'm actually just running back everything else. I think that seems fine after doing so well the first time. But after seeing some other people play Llanowar Reborn, thinking about it a bit more, I think I actually do like it more than Revitalizing Repast. I actually think I really, really like it in this deck. It's like a lot, like it can be a regrowth for free with your Evolution Witness. It can be a free ramp effect with your Basking Broodscale. It can be extra removal on your Walking Ballista. It can be two counters with scales. Maybe this goes without saying. But I think Llanowar Reborn is very good. This is the graft land, and there's tapped with a counter. When a creature enters, you can put a counter on something. It is pretty annoying. Wait, I didn't see a Saga in this list. All right, so we'll play our Saga so we can turn 3 Broodscale. I heard Blade is the new hot list. Would you mind explaining why it's good? Thanks. Um, yeah, I would mind, I guess. I think I Boseiju the Saga instead of the Blade so that we deny the mana. I don't know. So you get a lot of good card selection. You get Ancient Stirrings. You get Malevolent Rumble. You are an Urza Saga toolbox deck. You have a lot of consistency with your combo. Broodscale has a lot of cool like abilities to get some value out of it beyond just the combo. So you can put counters on it with Llanowar Reborn, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Revitalizing, Repast in this deck. You can put a bunch of counters on it if you have scales. In the Eldrazi build, alongside Glaring Fleshraker, you could just like deal a lot of damage. So there's some coolness here. All right, so I guess we're gonna go grab a Blade, play a Broodscale, and keep up the Repast. In the Eldrazi build, you go really wide with the thing. One thing cool, especially with Llanowar Reborn, which is a card I really, really like in this archetype now, a card I used to not like much in Scales, but a card I like a lot now, is that Llanowar Reborn is like, if you go turn one Reborn, turn 2 Broodscale, you play it, you just have 4 mana on turn 3, you can slam the ring. If your opponents are holding up removal spells, you play the ring. There's just a lot to like here. To explain Commander, you can't optimize for 100% win rate, or no one will play for you, so you aim at 25% and confiscate by making your deck strategically flashy, and One Ring doesn't help with that, makes your deck stronger. I think that's fair. For me, I just don't know where the line is of like Soul Ring is generically good, goes in every deck. Ring, generically good, should probably go in every deck. Why, like, Soul Ring, I guess, is just the iconic card that everyone already plays, and Ring is like a little bit more expensive, and like people don't like that you have it, maybe. But thank you for explaining. Interesting. So we should, I guess, presume that our opponent is going to Haywire Mite my Blade of the Bloodchief. I would like to play Agatha's Soul Cauldron then. And then I think I just play Basic Forest. Well, no, let's make them Haywire my Broodscale instead of my Agatha's Soul Cauldron. And then I have the option to Cauldron their Haywire Mite to stop their own Blade. And if that isn't something that's necessary, I can copy their White of the Reliquary and sack my spawn and get an Urza Saga or Llanowar Reborn. Probably Urza Saga to get another Blade, right? And then we can attack, make them block with the spawn. This is a cool game. Soul Ring Ship Ruins games, though. Yeah, I mean, again, I used to play a lot of Commander back in the day. And like we as a play group would just very regularly, like we would play like a lot of times one game with our power cards, and then we would play another game and we'd have like a 6-card package where we'd take out like Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and we just put some like slower cards in and play a slower game. We would do that pretty often. And then I would not go to my college classes. How did Primal Prayers go? So we 4-1 the first league after coming in 3-0 off stream, and then we went 0-2-0-1. What was the last part? Oh, don't worry about it, actually. adapt. So they're going to presumably kill my Broodscale here. Forget I said anything. Okay, so I'm going to sack the spawn, target my Broodscale. So I can target, hey, I guess this wouldn't have a counter to be a Haywire Mite. So what I should do is I should target the white of the Reliquary, put a counter on the spawn token. I'm just not playing around them having a blade in their hand, by the way. So counter on the spawn token, and then sack the Broodscale here to get a Saga, so I can get another blade for this Broodscale in my hand. Dang, this is a cool game. This is like the best game we've played all week, or will be until my opponent. Oh, are they gonna Spy Master's Vault? Where's the prayers list? It's in the Mox field. It's like a green red build. It's like all card selection. It's kind of hard to articulate maybe. So they're making a spawn. Oh, they milled over Ballista, so that's an interesting dynamic for me. One thing that's cool about this game too is it's like there's kind of just like not been a correct spot for me to cast the ring. So I could Cauldron the Grist. I could make a lot of tokens. We have infinite. We don't have a blade, right? Cauldron Grist, kill their board. Well, I can't minus the Grist. I won't have the loyalty counters. I'm not sure how often I really want to. I think I care more about being able to sack something to the spawn token with the white ability than getting -1 loyalty here. Cauldron Grist Killer. Yeah, so what I think I want to do is have the ability to get either Haywire Mite or Ballista, depending on if they have the blade. If my opponent minuses the Grist before doing anything else, I want to Cauldron their Walking Ballista and kill their 1 toughness creature, so they have to sack Broodscale. Glad we have the 4th Cauldron on the board, huh? With old cards never having modern potential like Llanowar Reborn, Disrupting Shoal Blade, along with former staples like Pyroclasm and Belcher, is that a good metric to determine that modern is a healthy state? I'll tell you this, and this is the most wisdom I can give any of y'all about anything. Modern is in a good state if y'all are enjoying it. That if you are enjoying Modern, if you're having fun, to me that's like the only metric that really matters. I don't feel that there is another metric to judge Modern by. But that can be something that points to it. Yeah, I do agree. This happened a lot during Modern Horizons 2 also, that people will talk about cards that were playable before Horizon set that are no longer very playable, but they very rarely talk about cards like Blade of the Bloodchief. Maybe Shuko's maybe not the best example, but yeah, Shuko, Pyroclasm making a comeback, you know. But I am definitely having a lot of fun like the last couple weeks. The week before I was not having as much fun. So it just kind of varies for me. So they maybe should have Spy Master's Vault to have gotten a token to sack, but then I would have killed that token. So also maybe not. Oh, they're doing it now. And then they concede. Okay. So we're on the draw now for game 2 in the kind of mirror match. Let's play Agatha Soul Cauldron number 3. Let's play Haywire or 4. Haywire Mites up to 4. Likely cutting the Zabaz. The Dismember's probably coming in. I don't think I really care too much about Needle. I can name Grist. Grist kind of sucks, I think. Kind of. They might have Chord of Calling in their build. They could play a Cage. Probably not going to play a Cage. I think I'm interested in cutting the Ring Shadowspears. It seems very difficult to tap out for these on the draw, especially. I think we cut the Zabaz. I like to get Zabaz when we bring in a lot of extra Haywire Mites. A lot of the reasons Zabaz is in there, so you just have like a creature that you can get off Cauldron. It maybe should be the one that you sack, put a counter on it. I can kind of see that one. That one's probably better, honestly. We should maybe have had it in this league, huh? Oh, sorry, I meant to cut this, not the Dismember, and then we'll cut the Stirrings. In my 33 months being subbed to you in the last month, I've seen the best brewing. I've seen Turtle Control, Arcanist, Hardened Broodscales, Peak Spy content. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I'm also feeling really good about where we're at with the stream at the moment. I know that like general interest in Modern is down, but one thing that really keeps me motivated, I guess, is like there's been several times general interest in Modern has come down, and for one reason or another, I feel like my best brewing happens in this time frame. And I agree. I'm feeling really good about where things are at. Okay, so we need to Haywire Mite the Blade, huh? Or we could Dismember the Broodscale. So I think I want to play my own Blade. Dismember the Broodscale so I can combo also combo next turn. Yeah, the Mardu Kalia deck was dope. Oh, so I should have let them equip first, other than they can adapt. I don't know. Maybe not. What card is that? The Sack. Put a counter on it. Sack. Put a counter on it. Oh yes, it's from. I think it's from MH2. It might be from MH3, but it's just a 1-mana 1/1 artifact that I don't know what it's called either. But you just sacrifice it to put a counter on any creature. And since we have so many non-artifact creatures, I am starting to think that card is better than what we have. Yeah, maybe Mere Scrappling. What beer trimmer do you use? I have no idea. I've had it for like 7 years, and the like how you like attach the what do you call it, the filter or whatever, the like the different size trimmer. It doesn't work, so I like to have to like manually hold it on. So I don't know. And I also probably don't trim my beard often enough, honestly. I should probably do it every 2 days. I do it like every 3 or 4. Hitchkins, 42 months. Welcome back. Still the best MG country is. I'm doing my best. I don't know. I'm feeling very good lately. I don't know. I'm feeling good. The bruising doing good. Doing my best to not slow down. All right, 0 cards in their hand. They get rid of my Saga. They grow this Halfling. They also have Cauldron, Haywire Mite available. I don't think they're going to do that too aggressively. I'm almost definitely just going to Mite their Cauldron here. I guess I'll go... Yeah, I'm just going to play Scales, I think, instead of equipping the Blade onto the spawn token to get a counter, actually. I'll just play Scales afterwards. Manscaped has an amazing beard trimmer. We can't say that until they sponsor the channel. I remember like the Dive Down podcast. I shouldn't say this, but like I think they turned down a Manscaped offer. But I was like, you should come on, guys. That's an awesome sponsorship. All right, so are they going to kill my Blade here? I think that they might be kind of scared. Okay, it's kind of interesting that they exile the Mite and then. I guess they don't want me to Cauldron the Mite, but I just have another Mite in the yard already. I guess they just want a bigger Halfling. I'm overthinking it. Taking 6 from a Delighted Halfling. Then they top deck the White of the Reliquary. And we draw a Broodscale. So infinite power, infinite mana. And then we can Haywire Mite their Blade. The Cauldron. Always yes. The name is just too corny. I mean, I think it's kind of good. I don't know. Maybe this is indicative of my like deck building names. I kind of like it corny, I guess. Brood 8 scale. They're talking about Carrion Feeder. Yeah, Carrion Feeder is a card I've thought about. I think like you would have to play it in like a Young Wolf build. But what I don't like about the Young Wolf builds. Oh, sorry, I forgot that I'm growing theirs also. So I can go counter here, make another token. Yeah, so exile the Haywire Mite. Equip the Blade here. Well, I guess I just get this up to 20 power. All right, and then I guess we just wait until combat so we are not super soft to removal spell. As much as I love Fury, I think the format is better without it. Yeah, I think we should just also move on, you know. Yeah, but I think like I feel like the Young Wolf builds have too many pieces, but I could be wrong. 4 mana after a top deck. Is this a Ballista? Seems to be a Ballista. So it should be relatively... Yeah, so yeah, I should do this now so that they can't like kill this spawn in response. This is going to be 16 power, but that's going to be contested versus my 20 power 20 power Broodscale, so that shouldn't be a problem. Love the Rakdos deck you built. Been performing well at LGS. Question, do you think the first copy of Surgical as a free spell would be good? Yeah, you can play Surgical. Surgical would be fine. Soul Cleaver. I think Soul Cleaver is worse than Blade. It's 2 mana to equip, right? The difference between 1 and 2 to equip is like... It's just so much more. Remember, Haywire Mite cannot kill Ballista. What if you combine the Warren Soul Trader deck in this one? I'm not sure. I feel like you would really need some overlap in the combo instead of playing 2 different 3-card combos. You know what I mean? Feels kind of safe. Like they're gonna have to chump block, and then I'm gonna get a token. And if they gang up on the block, I can just grow this a bunch by Cauldron, exiling Broodscale, put a counter here. The overlap is Carrion Feeder. Yeah, that's fair, but it's like it's even not the best overlap, right? Because like the normal Soul Trader list don't even play Carrion Feeder. They could though. Carrion Feeder is fine. So like I actually have a vision for Soul Trader once Foundations comes out next week, which is going to be like pretty focused on okay, so they do just chump. It's gonna be a bit more focused on sorry, I don't know, I'm losing my train of thought. Agatha Soul Cauldron, because you have the new card that lets you cast zombies from the graveyard. And so there's that Cauldronable ability, Soul Trader is a Cauldronable ability. And then you could also play Carrion Feeder as a Cauldron ability, and then potentially Ballista also to go with your Carrion Feeder. We've done that in the past. So I won't be able to get anything back with my Evolution Witness. I think we're dead to my opponent killing my Blade of the Bloodchief. But other than that, like they can't like if they kill one toughness creature, I just get one back. It's like it's very fun. Yeah, Witness only gets permanence. Yeah, not being able to get Dismember is tough. Yeah, but if we could have got back Dismember the Ballista, then obviously that's a win because we can Cauldron the Ballista. I guess that's the problem. Yeah, never mind. So like if they kill my Blade, they can't kill the Blade, kill both creatures, attack us, then I can just Cauldron the Ballista. They hit a White of the Reliquary, a Boseiju, and a Grist. Ooh, Scatter Traps has redeemed VIP or mod. We've had VIPs filled up for a while, but welcome to the mod team. I always love to see a redemption not immediately after prediction. So they predictably, I should say, grab the Boseiju. Plain Mo with the 12 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Only 700k off. Yeah, let's get there in no time. Quarter of the way there without gambling. Yeah, one of my best friends was like 500k without gambling. He's like, I will never gamble, and then it's like 0 now. You play the Bazaar yet? Sorry, I don't know what the Bazaar is. I feel like this is something we've talked about. Gambling not even once. Yeah, I agree. Only gamble what you could afford. Channel points or money wise and responsibly. I've been really thinking about how me and Esther were up so much in Vegas, but it was just obviously a A fun little fluke. Okay, so this is fine, right? Because my opponent, if they kill both of these, they just die to me cauldroning their ballista. Magical redeeming 3 million points just as a flex. What the fuck? You're not like refunding those and just getting them back immediately, are you? Oh, we can also just get back the blade with the evolution witness too. The Marionette Apprentice would also let Broodscale Blade kill. Okay, that's cool. That there's some more overlap there too. Didn't realize that part. This one time I did. I mean, yeah, it's still 1,000,000 points as a flex. It's okay. Okay, so we respond to this by cauldroning the witness. If they ping again, they die to my cauldron, and if they don't, they die to the blade. So they decide to die to the cauldron. Wait, how did this get a counter? Wait, why did I get a spawn token? Yeah, that was a great match. That was like the best match I've played in months, probably. All right, well, do kind of wish we were on the draw, but let's keep. I think on the blind, on the play especially, we just play the Saga. If we're up against any combo deck, we just want to kill him turn 3. Well, this will be very funny if I put a Shadowspear on it next turn. I tell you what, I saw Mingu playing the Mono Black Burn deck the other day. Does that play much removal? Okay, so 2 damage to me. Load of mana. I grab Shadowspear. What is this? 2 incredibly fun back-to-back matches in a row. And then what's funny is the Sleeper Agent. So I should probably have read this. Sleeper Agent, it's a 1 mana 3/3. When it enters, opponent gains control of it. But at the beginning of your upkeep, it deals 2 damage to you. So you give it to your opponent, it deals them 2 every turn, and you take 3 every turn, basically. But because this has lifelink, the 2 damage is just going to negate. So they've just given me a 1 mana 4/4 lifelink in their burn deck. So I can't protect this with my Revitalizing Repast, unfortunately. Should I? It doesn't change the clock to do it this turn, so I think I'm just gonna keep this up. Cauldron. I think I'm just gonna start getting these Reborns tapped, get them for 3. Very well timed. Another just very fun game. They have Necro. They also have Necro, so great. It seems like a great draw for them. My opponent goes down to 1 life here, which is ambitious. It probably means that they already had a Soul Spike in their hand, though. They also have this to gain 3. No, no copy of Soul Spike. Unlucky. This is what I don't. This is like the second like insanely good game in a row. All right, so they drain us for 3. Okay. Huh. All right, Reduke School of Thought. This card says gain life. They're playing Necro and the Gonti's Machinations. Haywire Mite seems pretty good. Yeah, Modern is saved. Their deck does look really fun. I'm gonna cut the rings, I guess, and wow, cutting the ring. Modern really is saved, huh? Blotcher Mobile was a mistake. Yeah, I haven't played it in a few days, but I played a lot of it. I tried playing it before bed one time, but my brain was just too active. Sphere for the spikes. I hate bringing in Damping Sphere just to literally just to make your opponent's spells cost one more sometimes. Like, it's just not worth a 2-mana card. Like Balatro is just like, it's the only game that you're like, I can't believe they added this to mobile. It's literally too good. It's literally too addictive. It's awesome. Okay, Sleeper Agent. This card is beautiful, beautiful design. Bump. So do I play a Haywire Mite and then not sacrifice it this turn to play around, or did nothing else this turn to play around Necro? I think that's okay. Alternatively, like Rumble. No, it doesn't set me up for this next turn. So if they Witherbloom command to kill my Haywire Mite, they probably do have the Necro. So a little bit of a trade of life points there. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna play the Blade and hold up Boseiju for Necro. I got the vibes that they have it here. I will say, if you're about to fly on a plane, Balatro is like the perfect plane activity. When we went to Vegas for MagicCon, this was like the first time I had just no headphones on a plane. I was just reading my book and playing Balatro. It was awesome. I'm like 600 pages into Way of Kings now. I know it's taking me some time, but I'm having some fun. Okay, so we didn't draw the land to equip Witness and make infinite power, but I think we're just we're just kind of always Shadowspearing here, and then especially now that I've also drawn this Repast. What if I suck at Balatro? That's okay. Just, you know. I think Balatro is not a game you should like really try hard too much. Although I am kind of try-harding it right now. It's a really good game to just kind of relax and just try to do fun stuff. Like build something beautiful is always my goal when I play Balatro. Yeah, I know the 5th book's coming out soon. Although I'm not gonna read all 4 books before December comes out. Is there a Balatro demo out somewhere? I don't think that there is, but like I just sincerely, genuinely, it is definitely worth the $10. It is even worth a lot more than that, I would say. It is maybe the best game I've played this year. It is incredibly good. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Okay, so let's equip this blade and then just Ballista on 0 to present lethal, while keeping the Repast up. Do they have another push? Well played. What kind of game is it? It is a weird game. I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's kind of like if Solitaire was interesting and fun. Vine Lasher. Last card, not a land. Oh, is a land. Probably draws 4. Draws 3, so they don't die to Ballista. Opponent is on top of it. This is unfortunately Pendelhaven and not Llanowar Reborn. I think I just play a 1/1 Ballista with Pendelhaven up to block. don't know. What do you think of historic and timeless on Arena? Do those formats interest you at all? I actually like did a lot of historic playing and brewing when the format was kind of new. I have not tried or experienced the format in many moons at this point. -3, -1, huh? That do a soul spike? Fetch land? Oh. So I guess I'm not dead to this because I can block a Vine Lasher and then ping the token. Well, I guess just pinging the token in response was better. Try to spend. Why are you trying to spend 5 mana for? Yeah, I should just ping in response to the fetch, so I would have been at 1 more life point, which definitely could be relevant here. Oh, they're trying to flashback bump. Okay. So I guess it's not that relevant because I'm dead to the bump in the night if I can't figure out a way to ballista them here. Have to be like Cauldron. I don't even know if this is enough because like I have to like rumble into a land. I mean, I can only ping for 1. All right, going to game 3. Wow, what a game! Great match. They like play perfectly with their Necro. As far as historic goes, I played like 1 arena PT with historic, but I don't know. I think it's not a format that interests me very much. I think I would come back and play Timeless if Wizards would have like some like really sick Timeless tournament series. I would like that would motivate me to grind, but Timeless also seems to be very different from like the last time I was playing. It was before MH3, before Show and Tell, before Mana Drain. Like one thing that kind of let's keep this. One thing that kind of blows my mind about Timeless is like when I was playing a lot of it, Counterspell was one of the best cards in the format, and now Mana Drain is just legal. It's just unrestricted legal card. It's kind of wild. Oh, the other 3 Haywire Mites and an Urza Saga. Let's take the Saga. Noah, the 12 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Have you considered a VBR Balloon Man combo? You gotta type these cards out. I don't know what VBR is. Come on, help me, please. VBR, please. What is that? I want to know. VBR. What could it be? Sometimes I can figure it out. I don't know, y'all. Village Bell Ringer. Okay, thank you. I mean, the problem is you have to spend a mana on Balloon Man each time, right? So, okay, so the idea is you have a mana dork too. It's kind of cool. Y'all can't be abbreviating Village Bell Ringer. Come on. Oh, shoot. I was thinking I would a Necromancer, but I have a Necromancer and I already have another Boseiju. That was a little hasty, I guess. I think the deck would be better without Agent. Agent is like actually very good in their deck. I know it's doesn't really seem like it. Surgical my Ballista. Jeez. What's at 8? Necro's not exactly going to be the best for them. Now that they're at 7. No Necro. They're hitting me down to 9. Attacking me down to 8. I'm at 6 with the Sleeper Agent. I'm not dead to 2 bumps. Oh, I am dead to 2 bumps. Are we losing to Blackburn? I mean, we're not beating it. Okay, so interesting pickup. Seems like I'm getting Shadowspear over the Blade of the Bloodchief. I can't win with my thing surgical, then this is a bit better against push because it gets this off the table. Seems like I should be rumbling first, though. Maybe find a creature to use on the Cauldron. No creature. There's a blade, though. I'm just gonna take the forest. I know that I fucked up pretty bad by taking the Boseiju earlier. Sorry about that. So we're hoping that my opponent doesn't have a fatal push. Yeah, I think the mono black deck is it's like a pretty cool like necro take. How long do you think will Spike Standard Era last? I don't know. I mean, to some extent, if nobody watches it, then not very long. But if I really like it and Standard is really fun, then it'll last long. And if it isn't, I don't like it. It'll be pretty short. Simply put. So I'm gonna be at 6 life. They have 2 cards in their hand. Another Witherbloom command. Surely this isn't killing my Haywire Mite, right? Gaining me 2. It's going to kill the Shadowspear. Guess I'm dead if their other card is the 3rd bump in the night. We're going to play an arena or play a moto. I don't know. I'm probably going to start on Magic Online because I like the league structure better. I also think that player quality is higher. I don't want to have to grind to Mythic to have good opponents. But maybe doing an arena is a better way to get new, people to watch. Maybe people prefer to watch Standard on arena. And okay, so we should have lethal. And maybe I'm wrong about the quality of opponents or whatever. Am I accepting standard deck text? Not right now, because I won't be able to give feedback on standard decks without learning the format first, right? The ladder's pretty bad, yeah. I'll keep my mind open and my heart full. It's probably Eldrazi, right? So thankfully not a turn 2 ring-a-ding. Thankfully they can't get this Kozilek's command. They have another double mana land. They could cast this Devour next turn. They choose Eldrazi Temple, though. And then they cast a second Rumble. This time they do find a ring and also a Kozilek's Return. They choose the 1 ring. Okay, so this is good for me. I'm just going to Rumble, and then I can kill them if they tap out for the ring. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is not the best to hit. It's weird because hitting a Broodscale kind of telegraphs my play, but it's probably okay. Grab a Myco Spawn. Wow. So hand is ring, mystery card after they Myco Spawn and exile my Llanowar Reborn. Guess Devourer can't exile my Broodscale, which is nice. I think Llanowar Reborn is good even for the non-scales versions. I think it's been pretty good for me. I would encourage you to think about it some, yeah. Yeah, I think I just cast this. We could, in theory, sack the spawn token to hold up Revitalizing Repast, but the problem is I think they can still just... Yeah, they'll still just be able to... Kozilek's command, or return, not command. Command gets me no matter what. They'll still be able to do that next turn anyways. So their hand is ring 2 mystery cards. We're just hoping that they don't have any premium interaction here. They put Devour into their hand. I think they're about to be unhappy they did this. Oh, the Kozilek's Return in the yard. Sorry, I forgot about that. Never mind. Not unhappy at all. And they get to sack the Sanctum of Ugin. Forgot this was in the yard. Finding an Emrakul. So how many types are in the yard? Like it should tell me, but it's not. Land, sorcery, instant, kindred creature. So 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my opponent's hand is Emrakul Ring mystery card. Let me just double check. I wish it was telling me the types of the yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they also have artifact 6. So Emrakul does cost 7. That seemed to work out a little bit. Wait, did they really not get a land off the Boseiju? What am I missing? Sorry. They're from 7 down to 2. Sorry, I banned someone in chat. Did they get a land off the Boseiju, or did I just miscount their mana? They got Breeding Pool. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so we're probably getting Emrakul next turn. Crazy game. Oh my gosh, sorry. I get Kindred out of their graveyard. Wasn't Crimson the top modern trophy getter? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like it still is. I guess I don't know if I'm not very familiar with them. I don't know if they just grind Eldrazi all day. Oh, they had decks of the Sprawl with the Devourer. I see. That was the minus on the mana. So now they have 6, and the Emrakul can now cost 8. So we might actually get this, right? Oh, that was also their only instant. Okay, that's pretty big. Because now we can combo off. So I mean, we just if they have another instant speed removal spell, they have another instant speed removal spell. But I suppose it's better for me to start off by putting the counter on, get a little vibe check. Huh. Okay. For like the last 3 turns, I didn't think this game was going to be winnable, and we're winning. Nice. Yeah, I just didn't realize like one like the Devour having to exile their own Sprawl I missed, and then I also just missed that the first. I almost missed that the Cauldron stops stops the Emrakul from being cast. Do you tell your opponent to save clicks? I mean, it's just not that many clicks. Although I guess my opponent just doesn't have a. I guess they just don't have a removal spell, right? And even if they do, it doesn't really matter. We could just respond. We just show instead of tell. How do you win if you can't put the Ballista under Cauldron? You cast the Ballista with infinite mana, or you activate the Ballista with infinite mana. You can cast the spells in your deck. Okay, so we're going to game 2 against Eldrazi. I'm going to cut my rings, cut my Shadowspear, bring in the mites, bring in a needle, and click submit. I'll be right back. Okay, let's mulligan a no-lander. High level plays. Let's keep this one. My opponent's kept 7. Let's put back the scales, I think. Gonna try to Evolution Witness combo by digging for a Ballista with the Ancient Stirrings, I suppose. Kind of restricted on green mana, so I think we just Stirrings first. I don't love this, I guess. Let's grab Boseiju, though. So it seems like I should probably Boseiju the lab to try to keep them off ring. Hope we don't get Kozilek's commanded here. I should probably let them finish scrying first, but obviously this is very, very telegraphed. I just want to get the show on the road to some extent. Oh, sorry, it would have messed with the scry too. Yeah, this was just bad play. Sorry about that. 2 cards on the top. Is the Eldrazi deck just big sleeper in the format? Probably really bad against Belcher, right? Do we have any Eldrazi gamers in the chat that are just crushing? Don't want to say anything. They don't want to let the sauce get out. So I think we play Repast tapped so that we can next turn go Witness, equip Infinite Power. It's actually not that bad against Belcher. I'm kind of surprised to hear that, but why is that? That is not that bad against Belcher. Just the Emrakul gets them. So this Emrakul costs 9. The second Myco spawn? So cost 9, they have 9. They have 10. Alright, let's go to game 3. Hitting lands fast is hard for them to beat. I don't know. I feel like if they just have like a Lotus Bloom, that's not true, but maybe I'm wrong. It's good feedback for sure. Okay, so I'm definitely keeping. My opponent is mulliganing to 6 here. Feeling good about our position to win this one, I guess. Marauding Raptor, Screaming Nemesis could fit into a bad Eldrazi aggro deck. I think that's a reasonable thought. Like, yeah, I think it's a reasonable thought. Just discount all your Eldrazi, like mono red Eldrazi aggro. With Screaming Nemesis and Raptor. Get consigned? No. I don't think we've seen any. Oh, we see Breeding Pool. Alright, so we're gonna make a spawn token here. Get this out of Kozilek's command range. Llanowar Reborn broken. Ugin's Lab. Imprint, 5 cards in hand. Can't K return, can't Kozilek's command. So if I can find Blade off of my stirrings, I'm feeling pretty good. There's a Rumble. So Rumble could be better if I wanted to like find Ballista and like Cauldron Ballista. I think I'm just gonna cast the Stirrings. I do find Ballista. I wonder if my opponent will. Yeah, I think if my opponent Kozilek's returns just to kill 2 spawns, I'm probably like just shouldn't be too upset about that. Yeah, but I can try the Raptor Nemesis thing. I did have a mono red Eldrazi aggro deck that was playing like that Goblin card, so I guess it's pretty bad with that. Too bad there's no Eldrazi dinosaurs. I'm interested in Kozilek's command into Blasphemous Act, maybe with a Nemesis in play. Well, maybe that is better with a Nemesis in play. K-Command Blasphemous Act is pretty cool. Yeah, can our opponent stomach trading K return for 2 spawn tokens? Can't wait to see with your fresh look at modern decks, a mono white Sucking Citadel, Field of Ruin. Okay, so I have revealed what that tech is. The tech is that Monumental Hinge can dig for Isochron Scepter for your Orum's chance. But I haven't finished fleshing out the deck, but and I've spent a long time on it. I don't know if it's going to get there, but I'm working on it still. Probably have to splash a color, which is the problem because the mana base is just so beautiful. If you're just like 8 fields, Hinge, Citadel, Plains, and your mono white, but I think you need to splash for Shielded or Flage. I assume you saw mono white subject chant top 8 challenge. I didn't see it. If you want to take a look, link me please. Because I've been working on this for like weeks and I'm very stuck, so I would love to see a list. Okay, my opponent is been thinking on my instep for 2 minutes now. Yeah, usually I don't see too many top 8 decks unless y'all link them. Usually that's kind of my filter system, is y'all bring the interesting decks to me. Then we could talk about it. All right, there you go. We did it. Another lab. We should probably win if they tap out for the ring, and they should know that. Considered Micromancer in the deck. No, but well, a Micromancer deck could be doable. Card is just like a little too much mana, though. Okay, so 5th place. Manatee, the card I'm not allowed to play. Playing Castle Ardenvale and 0 Monumental Henge. 0 copies of the ring. I think I should ping the Broodscale itself so I have something to target, and yeah, so I can target something in the yard for the Cauldron to start the loop next turn. Then we grab, just grab a blade. I guess we could grab a Springleaf Drum instead because we have drawn the blade. Sure. All right, this should be a win. Go submit it for deck tech. Spike would trash it. I'm in some timeline, yeah, but I have been working on like such a similar build that I don't know if I don't have it in me to trash it. Yeah, but we already have Cauldron or Ballista under the Cauldron. Honestly, like the ping, I can't believe I saw the ping itself while I'm like looking at a different deck. I'm kind of shocked I found that line. Like, if I was like locked in, I'd always see it. But the fact that I'm like looking at another deck list and my opponent took like 2 minutes to make a play, how I maintain the level of focus to see that is beyond me. Dude, this deck is good. We're now like 10 and or 11 and 2 with it overall. I'm just gonna ping my opponent once to nudge him. Hey opponent, I can kill you. You can move on. There we go. Okay, let's get a trophy prediction going. Not our first trophy prediction of the day. Oh, trophy prediction is live. Not our first trophy prediction of the day, but maybe our first trophy. We're on the draw. So we're the draw against a Gigantha. This hand has double stirrings to dig for Ballista with like a lot of like... It could be a very good Ballista with Llanowar Reborn, Blade, double Bloodchief. Would really wish I was on the play with this hand against Gigantha, but I think I should keep. It just has like the plan for the matchup. Yeah, I think I have it on my other account actually. Okay, so let's play a Llanowar Reborn and get hit by Ragavan. We'll play the match. We can talk about that deck later. Interested in playing Legacy, qualify for Anza's event this weekend. I love Anza. I don't think I'm not going to play any Legacy, unfortunately. Okay. Raptor. Hopefully they find a ring. Let's keep saying no to these triggers. Drawing a Ballista instead of having to stirrings for it would be really nice. They find a bolt. I'll go down to 15. Yeah, I think I'm just playing 2 scales instead of. I mean, I guess like unless like instead of showing them, I have the Ballista in the hand. But maybe I just need it next turn so badly that I have to. I can't just bank on finding on the first one. I have to try to find on the second one. But Ant is good. That's a good sell. It's kind of all it ever takes to get me to think about Legacy. They exile a ring to the Ragavan, so 6, 7, potentially 8. I'd be dead to a bolt if I don't prevent any damage. 3 cards in their hand. Ooh, they also... Oh, we drew a Ballista for turn. Be maybe a little sad if my opponent kills this in response to my graft triggers. Oh, I just realized they didn't gain any life. So, I'm not going to kill anything yet. Not going to kill anything yet. This is because if my opponent lets me, I can equip my Blade of the Bloodchief, ping 3 counters, ping 3 counters, ping 3 counters. Pop off. And again, I do think that this part of this matchup dynamic is a big part of the reason why I favored this build over Eldrazi, or like why I'm working on this build over Eldrazi, is because you can do this. I guess this is maybe a little bit worse against them killing my Ballista than playing another Ocelot Pride, because then they've gained some life. Gigantha into the hand. I'm just gonna take another Ballista. I might actually have lethal this turn, I'm not sure. What does the Eldrazi build? It's playing like Fleshraker. Some builds play oh, what is that called? Card called? Soy Mycospawn, some builds don't. Okay, so ping the Ragavan, 3 counters on the thing. Yeah, I know we can kill our Zabaz, so it's -3 counters and then +3 and then +5. Okay, my opponent doesn't realize this, but they literally just they gave me +3 counters. I guess they may be just conceding there, right? Okay, cool. And then we can play the Ballista on 0 and grow grow the Ballista again. Okay. So that's nice. All right, so I've just started boarding in only mites and not the needle anymore, not the dismembers right now. I might not want the dismembers anymore. I haven't boarded them in that much. But I've been bringing 3 mites, cutting an evolution witness, and ancient stirrings in the Zabaz. Also, I think the Zabaz should be just the one that Sax puts a counter. I think it should be that card instead. And it's looking like we'll probably play this in the challenge tomorrow, so if we do that, then I'll probably make that change, whatever that card is called. Thoughts on what you play in the ring slot if it gets banned? I'm not sure, yeah. Don't need to worry about it too much yet. So I guess I'm going to pitch the Forest. Could pitch the second Saga. Could pitch the Repast. You cut Mite instead of Zabaz by accident? Okay, good to know for my Saga searching, I guess. Probably won't be that big a deal. But yes, thank you. Sorry about that. Alright, let's just play the Cauldron. Yeah, Mere Scrappling. I could never remember the name of that card. Yeah, there's just going to be like a lot more cards in the set. Exactly. It's only 3 slots, you know. You know, I also, it's like we just don't know that the ring is going to get banned. I think it's possible. We don't know that that's going to happen. So let's just think a bit. If you cut Dismember, what am I looking to fill with it? Vexing Bauble, pick your poison. So this is a problem that happens sometimes in situations like this where we're playing a newer deck or a deck that's new to us or whatever, and we're not losing with it basically at all. Game 3. And we're basically not losing with it. Maybe should I cut a Saga? We cut a Saga. So it's hard for me to know exactly like what we need to be flipping around. Yeah, I think I like cutting a Saga. We could maybe have like drawn Ballista there or something, but I'm just moving on. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the Mite back. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that big a difference. But yeah, we should have done that. Too tilted. But sorry, like I was saying, like when you're doing a lot of winning with a new deck like this, it's tough to know what to replace, what to change. Some Wumbus with a 22. Thank you, welcome back. Appreciate you. I'm pretty interested in playing second Llanowar Reborn before I play the Broodscale. So I can go, yeah, I think we just Rumble this turn. Can couple off the turn after. My brain is thinking I'm taking Ballista over everything else so I can kill. I mean, this it's just like I could just kill my opponent next turn, so. Unless they kill my spawn. A Johnny! So let's play this a little bit slower, I guess. I'm just going to double graft and then have this just be a 4/4. And then if they have a bolt or a flage, they can't kill it right now. And then I could potentially just go like blade, equip onto the ballista, and do like the machine gun play if they play some creatures, although I guess they're a little less likely to play some creatures into this. Yeah, Llanowar Reborn is just crazy in this deck. It's a card I typically have not liked in Scales this much, but it's like a ramp spell, it's a regrowth, it's a removal spell with Broodscale, Witness, or Ballista. I've been super impressed by it. I'm gonna take one. Just take one here. It's way better if they have a blade, or sorry, a bolt. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if they have a token. I can just kill the token. I want a Walking Ballista with an Uzi emote. Okay, I'll see what we can do. There's no land I'm playing over Urza Saga, so I think I can play it first and activate it, but maybe it's kind of close. Just take a ring, and then we go equip here. Active player, non-active player. No, I don't care if the Johnny flips, I just attack it. You gotta work hard to be favored against Boros in Modern, but it's always a treat when you have a build like this that is. Play some more creatures, live a little opponent, come on. If they tap out for the ring, we can make an infinite power ballista too, so that's good news. Are we good against Jeskai? I haven't played the Jeskai matchup. I would imagine we're not so bad. This is gonna grow the ballista. Any Bazaar? Oh, Bazaar is the Hearthstone game, so I haven't played any of it. Probably not going to. Okay, they have to have Solitude. Not very likely. Infinite mana, a Dream, and a Walking Ballista. Not really any reason to think we'll time out this game, so I'm just going to show my opponent what the plan is by leveling up the Ballista. We only have to get it up to 11 power. There we go. Alright, already did a trophy prediction. We are, at the time of making this comment, 12-2 with this this build, I think. Oh yeah, Gigantha, right. I mean, they don't play Solitude anyways, so I was just kind of teasing. So the dynamic here is that you very much do not want to have 2 rings in your opening hand. You are going to have to mulligan that hand almost every single time. Playing 3 instead of 4 means that's not going to happen. You're very rarely going to have 2. And then because you have 4 stirrings and 4 rumbles, you can find ring as part of your deck's game plan with a pretty pretty real degree of consistency. Okay, let's keep this. Let's put back the witness, I think. Like, you just have a lot of ways to dig for it, which is nice, and then you, like, just have to mulligan less because you have multiple rings. That's also, like, kind of the same general vibe, I guess, as why Boros doesn't usually play. Doesn't usually play more than, like, 3 rings. Sometimes they play, like, between 2 and 4. How was Blade Ballista not a thing before Broodscale? I know it's something we had talked about playing this card in like traditional Hardened Scales in the past. I'm hoping to draw another Ballista, I'll tell you what. Might actually have been better to play Blade instead of the Scales. Okay, it's good that they're Mardu instead of Boros. Should be a better matchup for us because of no Blood Moon. I'm going to have to click no a lot. Huh. Well, the good news is if they take the Ballista, I can Broodscale combo. Not a lot of 1/1s in the format pre-Boros. Yeah, you could say that, yeah. You can select always no for opponent's creatures. You can? Like, of course you would know that. They only have 1 card in their hand. They have 7 or 5, 6, 7, 8. So they only get the City's Blessing on the second trigger too. They take the Ballista. The problem is I've already yielded. It's probably just a clicker for me to click no. So they're dead to a Cauldron or Ballista only, I guess. Oh, I'm like shocked. I'm shocked the Thoughtseize took this long with them having discharges. Okay. Dang. Extra dang. Okay. Down a game. Still a matchup that we're liking. I'm going to bring in the Mites. I'm going to cut the Zabaz this time for sure. Not going to cut a Saga now that my opponent is a Mardu, not Boros, like last time. Havoc with the 34 months. Thank you. Welcome back. I think cutting 1 Saga against Boros is probably correct. Yeah, pretty locked in on playing this deck tomorrow. Pretty locked in on cutting the Zabaz for, again, I'll find the name of the card. We'll learn it, but the 1/1 that sacks, I put a counter on something. Mere Scrappling, thank you. Sorry, I keep like just describing the card. Yeah, but I think Scrappling's got to be better than Zabaz the more I think about it. Then I probably will be cutting at least the second Dismember from the board, if not both of them. Thank you, Havoc, for the 34 months. We can machine gun my opponent if they play some 1/1s. Boy. So now I'm not going to have enough mana to play Blade, equip Blade, and play a Ballista X equals 1. Not going to have enough mana to Broodscale combo either. So I'm probably just going to, just Rumble. And I'm probably going to cast Blade to get around Thoughtseize because both of these 2 cards are good with, oh, this is really nice. Yeah, the Blade is, I think, more important than the Scales here, but the Scales is nice to have. But like this is just better against Thoughtseize because I can kind of win with either of these cards. But I need the Blade to do that. You can still win this turn. Graph gives me extra mana. I know the Graph gives me an extra mana, but right. So I don't have enough, right? So I go 2 mana, I put a counter on the brood. I have 1 token, 1 extra mana. I can play the blade. I can equip the blade, but I can't start the loop, right? I'm 1 short. Oh, but I can play Ballista on 0. I can play Ballista on 0. But then I don't know if that's correct, because then I just have an infinite power creature, and I just lose if they have a static prison or push. Surely this line is better. It's not a win. It's I have an infinite power creature with nothing else. It's graph triggers. Yeah, I guess if I'm gonna equip the blade to the ballista, I can just do it with the spawn. Although it seems like the ballista is gonna get killed here. It's just certainly a misclick by them. Can we pair this with Heliod Ballista combo? You could. I'm really kind of off Heliod. The card's it's very slow, but there's some overlapping synergy. With like Guide of Souls Blade, Heliod is a combo too, so it could be something. Thank you, opponent, for the gifts. It's not my birthday, but thank you. You know what? You can keep a cat. Keep a cat. It's fine. Keep it. Keep the cat. Come on. No, you deserve it. Couldn't I have done more damage? You could have done more damage. Tell me how. If I had a discharge off the raptor, good news for me too. Hey, Bada. Tell me how I could have done more damage. Tell me how I let the trigger resolve. Oh, wait, what? I didn't let the Llanowar trigger resolve? Yeah, my opponent pushed in response to the equip. Maybe that's the confusing part. Adapt now. I mean, I don't think the extra spawn token is like really worth almost anything. And it's maybe better. This is better against another static prison. Maybe should I adapt now and then just like. They do this. They don't get the energy. They have 1 card in their hand. It's an Amtraptor. Almost definitely should have cast that first. It's another Amtraptor. Okay, so I can get a blade off this in 2 turns. Can adapt to make a 3/3 against the 2/1s. I can top deck the 1 ring. Oh, I can tap better also. maybe I can't do that one. I was just too excited. I was so excited I drew another one too. Probably not gonna naturally get this one back, but I've got some more Haywire Mites in the deck. You drew a Stomp? You didn't draw a Stomp. Dude, Stomp would be a disaster. The biggest disaster ever, because it would also kill this, and it didn't have to because I tapped bad. Okay, so Gigantha in hand. We're gonna tap our ring to see if we draw a blade, then or a Haywire Mite, we can get Shadowspear and win the game. Okay, we didn't do that, so let's just go a Blade of the Bloodchief, equip for 1 mana, adapt. Always yes, always yield. Hopefully just show them a ballista. There we go. So we are going to go to game 3. Can I go to game 3? I don't know if they saw I put the ballista into my hand. All right, for the trophy. Anything else changing on the draw? I mean, Ring is kind of... It's kind of awkward against the Bowmaster, right? Like, I can't really... I guess, no, I have Ballista for Bowmaster. Never mind. I wonder if it weirdly feels like it could be correct for me to just not play... Or, like, play, like, one less Ring on the draw. Just, like, play 4 Stirrings, 2 Ring. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm really about the 1 Might main 3 side at the moment. Matt was bringing Dismember. I don't think I like bringing in Dismember against them. You could of course, but I haven't like been liking Dismember very much. I'm like I'm probably gonna cut the second copy, if not both. And so Matt is also like more likely to bring in Dismembers because Matt's build is like Eldrazi focused and doesn't have like Scales plus Ballista to have as effective removal maybe. All right, down to 19. Do we wait on this? I don't think we have the luxury, and then we could maybe try to dig for a Cauldron to go with our Ballista, since we have both of these. Taps for red mana, untaps. Taps for red mana, untaps. I am having a good day, thank you, Azriel. This league has been like the most fun league I've played in so long. Not that we've had no unfun ones, but this one has been like especially special. I'm really excited to play it in the challenge tomorrow. Mono Blue Kappa deck could try the challenges. I mean, I just have to play this one. I'm 12-2 with it, and I'm having like more fun with this deck than any deck in recent memory. So I think the Mono Blue deck was fine. Could play it. But I am loving this one so far. Okay, so this resolves. They sack the cat, and then I kill a Johnny in response if they do that. Okay. Resolves. Okay, down to 17. They don't flip the Johnny. A little bit of a staring contest going on. I draw another copy of Hardened Scales. I think I want to rumble. Oh, maybe this is not. I really want to hit green mana is what I wanted to have happen. I think I will just go ahead and play the Haywire Mite. I just can use all my mana every turn, and if this, I know it's like good against the bombardment, but if it starts us off and they ping this, like I can get another Haywire Mite off the Saga potentially. I think I just need to use all my mana. Traz with the 41 months. Thank you that you're doing well. Okay, so they're targeting the Mite. Now, notably, this gives their Guide of Souls a lot of juice. Probably just have to like accept their Guide growing and not lose my Ballista right now. I mean, I could try to dig for a Cauldron with the Stirrings, but the problem is they can control that really well with the Bombardment. Mic issues? Sorry. If I had killed the Guide here, it's also kind of a problem that my opponent would just be able to flip the Johnny. Alright, so taking 5 down to 14. Will my opponent do anything, or will we continue our holding pattern? They could have just flipped the Ajani. If they flip the Ajani, I can kill the Ajani. Never ever making a Saga token, right? Okay, so we get to kind of make them make the first move, or I guess this is the first move, but if we equip to the Ballista, they have to do something. Although maybe I should have played my Saga to just level the Ballista. I didn't really like expect that that could be the line. Yeah, sorry. I should have just done that, I think. Be able to level in response. Tough game for sure. Oh my gosh, and now they just flipped the Ajani. I just bumbled this game completely, I guess. So they get to flip the Ajani, which is bad for me. Very tough board. With the level up, I think it was unlosable. Well, it's not unlosable because they just respawn and they ping again. But yeah, it was certainly much better for us. Okay, so we could take the Basking Broodscale, but I cannot cast it this turn. So I have the option to make a Saga token, which might help keep me alive, or I can play the Llanowar Reborn instead. Yeah, let's make a Saga token. It's also possible that getting Haywire Mite off the Saga to kill the bombardment before I play the Broodscale. Maybe that is more important. Very tough spot. Yeah, I think we're supposed to play the Saga level up. This deck is tough. This deck is very tough. Maybe we should have Ring instead of Stirrings. I mean, they have a Bowmaster is the problem. What do you recommend if I don't have the Fourth Witness? And we have Ballista or Cauldron off the Stirrings. It's really nice. You can play Fourth Ring if you have Fourth Ring. Have I hasted Kiln Fiend off Arena? I mean, no, but they just printed like a strictly better Kiln Fiend almost with the Slick Shot show off. So we draw Haywire Mite for turn. Can I go Haywire Mite, sack Haywire Mite on Bombardment, make a Saga token? If I get Springleaf Drum, looks like I cannot do that. Could get a Haywire Mite off of this. Yeah, I guess the line is grab Haywire Mite, sack on the Bombardment, gain 2 up to 12. Cut off their red permanent. Play Llanowar Reborn. Cast the Mite. 2 counters on the Llanowar Reborn so it can block either of their ground creatures. And then move the blade over here. If we draw a Hardened Scales or a Cauldron or Cauldron or a Ballista, we're in good shape. So the good news is my opponent. Oh, and they just kill it with the Ajani. Well, this is very frustrating. I don't know. Gonna be a tough one. So I'm gonna take 8 down to 6. I'm out of Haywire Mites. Seems like there's no plan besides cast a ring. Maybe the drum is better than the Shadowspear, but kind of feels like I'm gonna need the spear. Oh, we're also just the ring also kills me because they just will have 5 creatures to come in my upkeep. Okay, tough. Yeah, I don't know. I guess playing the land so I could level Ballista in response was the best line that I missed, but that was a very difficult game to navigate. Okay, well, we open a full set of Bloomburrow as a consolation prize, I guess. We also have 4-1 all 3 leagues we played with the deck. 12-3 is a good record with a modern deck. I will be playing this with some changes tomorrow at the challenge. I'm going to try to have something spicy for us to start with tomorrow before the challenge and play between, as always. But thank you for tuning in. Not sure what that thing is going to be. Maybe the mono red